Hello friends, this is Wendy, and I am a scrapbooker, a junk journaler, and a paper crafter. I primarily am a scrapbooker, and I really like to work in the little golden book size. And I promised a little bit ago that I would show the folio, the cutting to make the folio of, let me find it here, so that this folds down. And I will insert that here, and then I'm going to go through this whole folio and just, this is a signature, and just show you what I've done so far. It's almost done, not quite. I don't know if you can see. I wonder if I should ink these up. Oh, you can see them there, right? I have already done my scoring. And this is the same scoring I always do. I do this just one space after 1 inch, and then I turn the thing around and I do it one space after 5 inches. And that gives me a nice fold. But I want, normally I cut this off, but I want to keep part of it. So I'm going to cut down this line here. Oh, I think you can see that. Yep, you can. Can I see it? Ha ha ha. I may have to trim after I've cut, just in case I didn't do it quite as accurate. I'll show you what I want to do. This is also for a sketch, but I thought it would be fun. So I belong to a group of people. I've mentioned this before, I'm sure. And I've been with this group for years. We like Disney and we like scrapbooking. And up until recently, I've been doing the whole 12 by 12 thing. But they have been I'm not the only one working in smaller books. I think it's just a trend now. Oh man, I cannot seem to get this to go straight. Here we go. Nope. So can I talk and cut at the same time? Probably not. Okay. So this is my third try. I did 2 other failed cuts. The first one was this one. And I realized, okay, I'll show you my failed ones. And it's not like I won't ever use them, because I very well might. So here's my base. And this is the 65-pound paper, Park Lane paper from Joann's. My problem with this one is you have to, so you've got the book. This is the way a book faces, right? You open like this. Well, this one needs to be open like this. I kept thinking, oh, I'll never remember that. So then this is my second one. I was like, oh yeah, this is great. This is exactly what I want. And it's not, because this flap here is not big enough. I want these 2 and have this as my cover. So then I want the flap here. So now here's my third one. So I'll get my bone folder out. It's out somewhere. It's already floating around. Okay, bone folder located. Let's see. And I want this to fold. I want this to fold like this. And I will know whether or not I cut well enough. See, I'm going to need to cut a little bit off here. So I'll do that real quick. Oh, I still need to cut a little more off of there. I'm just going to give it a good, like, 1/8 of an inch, just to make my life a little easier. Now, in my last book, I added a piece on, which on one hand is a lot easier. On the other hand, It was the glued on part would be in the way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I decided to insert what I was talking about right there. So in this book, yeah, I have this little flap that goes up, but instead of cutting my pages, I added this piece here. So now you can see where I added it. Oh yes, and this is my upside down Baby Yoda. Yeah, that still bothers me that I did that. Anyway, so this would then show. If I wanted it as part of this layout, then that's perfect. But for this one, I did not want that. I wanted it just to flip down and then to not have anything on this side. See, so then I had to cut it out of one sheet of paper. And now this is gonna go up. Okay, this is gonna go this way. I'm thinking, boy, those brain cells working. Alrighty, so what's gonna happen is it's gonna be just like my other ones, only it's gonna open up. And these two are, this page and this page, will be the ones that are going to be involved in the sketch. There we go. And I've already cut this one down. This will go underneath. And this will have the rest of the sketch. So this part here is actually not going to be part of the sketch. And I'll either decorate it or I will put another picture there. So I'm going to get started. Okay, so the first thing I want to do before I do anything else, I'm going to glue this down real quick. But I sort of wanted to see whether or not these pictures are going to fit on this page. And I don't want to lose any of this part of the picture, which is showing that we are standing in front of the giant golf ball and Spaceship Earth is what it's called. So this fits. So now I'm going to glue this down. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm actually going to do really bright colors, but because I don't want to do like yellow on the edges or whatever, I'm going to use Vintage Photo, and I'm going to cover all of the creases and everything with Vintage Photo just to start out with before I even start planning what else I'm going to do. It's neutral enough that it doesn't matter what colors I use, it will go with it. Okay, just to let you know, I have 3 different sponges that are browns. I don't know if you saw, it was something Tim Holtz did just recently, and he said his first so many colors were going to be brown, 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 and black. It was like, anyway, these just live right on here all the time. So this is for like the scorched timber, walnut stain, and ground espresso. This one is just for antique linen and old paper, and this one's for everything in the middle, and that's what I would say Vintage Photo is in the middle. Okay, so so this is how the book is gonna start. And I have some kind of introduction. There may be a photo on here. I have not decided. This is gonna be my 2-page layout. It's not really it's a 1-page layout, but it's going over 2 of these pages. Okay. And then this will have a little extra thing, probably to coordinate with this. To be honest, I want to kind of bring all of this together. Okay. So then this is then that layout. And then this is the back page. Then there are 3 pages here that I can make as a layout. And I did not, this is where I glued down, so you can see. But I did not ink it or anything because I wanted to treat this like this is just a page, and I will treat it like it's a page. So yeah, so this is gonna be fun. I guess these are called folios, right? It's a folio. It's actually one signature, but I've turned it into a bit of a folio. And we'll see what I get doing with it, okay? Okay, so now that you've seen how I made that, this opens here, and this comes down to make, so this was almost a 12 by 12 size. And then this goes. There is a little bit of finagling, but with every page it's kind of like that. And then it goes like that. And then you turn the page. And then these, here's where that sits. These go together, and then this opens to make this, I'm gonna go out a little, whoops, wrong way, out a little bit. So you can see that all 4 of these go together. And then, I'll go back in. And then this does pull. I haven't stitched these together yet. Now this took a long time, but I had a lot of fun doing it, so I'm glad I did it. It turned out looking really good. Actually, before I move on, I thought I would go closer on this. I used, let me get it so it's not wiggling. I used Infinite Doodle and Abstract Elements, and then some other, this is from Laboratories. And this is some of Tim Holtz Snowflakes. And I used Falling Stars as well as Falling Hearts. And some Mickey punches that I had to make this rainbow. Then I had this die set, stamping set. I always call it dies when it's stamping. But I have this stamping set, and I then painted him with colored watercolor pencils. And then these are just some felt tip pens that I just already have. So that is how I made it. And it was the better part of, well, I probably spent about 10 hours on this. I know, it's insanity, right? But I loved it. It was so much fun. Anyway, moving on. This goes together, and then this goes together. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th page to complete this. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a big thumbs up, hit that notification bell, and subscribe if you haven't already. And have a wonderful day. Bye.